Hello guys, and today I'm gonna do another video to show you how to set up a gear system for MS chassis. And first, let's take a look at the gear box design for the MS chassis. Okay, let me get a better angle right here. Okay, you can see here on the gear notch. The MS chassis, they have a design on this side and on this side. You can see right here the one I'm pointing at right now, and that part of design, what they did is on the, let me put a gear on it and then show you its better angle. Okay. Okay, right here. Let me focus. Okay, you can see when the gear spin or rotate in this part right here. Let me show you this part right here. This part right here, and this part right here. What they did is they block the gear and make the gear stay in the right position. So, but also what's gonna happen is, I would say disadvantage of this kind of design is when the gear when spinning in the gearbox. You can see actually the gear, the pink gear right here, it will move to the left or right. So what is gonna happen like when spins? So when it's moved to left or either right, the gear actually, the actual gear actually itself will touching the wall right here, which is block the gear, and they're gonna create a lot of resistance and the fractions made. So in order to preventing that happen, what you have to do is the next I'm gonna show you right here. And this one they made it, and what I did is like I completely cut off the two blocker on the gearbox and insert the plastic tube, which is I'm pointing at right now, and to holding the gear, to preventing the gear is moved to the left and the right. So in this case right now, the gear was completely be stable. So as you can see right here, so the gear is not moving, because you know what, the shaft or axle, it's smaller than the gear. So let me show it right here, because the axle is actually smaller than the gear hole, so the gear will move on the axle. So that's why they have this special design on the gearbox to block the gear. It's just preventing the gear to move to the left and right. And so in this case, the gear gonna stay on the right position in the gearbox to work with the other gear. So okay, so let me give you a compression. Okay, you can see that's what I did. And the original one, which one on the top, is the one with the one I didn't cut anything, I didn't insert anything, I didn't modify anything. And like what I'm saying was like the top, the original one, I was I as previous I say, they have two special design right here, the wall right here on this side, and that one's block the gear and make stay in the gear notch, and it will be in the right position. If you don't have that two design on the both side, the gear will move like into the left, either left or the right. And in this case, the gear will be like let me show you right here. Put it back to the chassis, and put a counter gear back. So if the gear don't have that blocker design, what's gonna happen, like the gear gonna be moved to the left and the right and keep like touching the wall and create a lot of resistance. So that two thing gonna be holding the holding the gear on the right position to in order to working better with the counter gear, which is the green one right here. But also anyway, but this design still gonna create a little bit resistance due to that the gear gonna doesn't matter, it's gonna when spins gonna be touching anyway. So what I'm showing you right here, the one at the bottom, let me give it a better angle. So actually I did a same it's the same idea, but the way I did it right here on the one lower, it's I just improve it in order to have the same result, to make it the gear stay in the same position without touching anything. So I cut all the block right here on both sides and insert a plastic tube right here. Actually, this is white plastic tube, is AT pinion gear. What I do is like I cut off the T and the trimming, and it makes it really small, and insert on the axle and the shaft on both sides, and holding the gear from the left and the right. And after that, I put a little bit crazy glue to position the gear on the right position. So you can see the gear right now, the pin gear right now is not touching anything. It's like flowing. It's like it's just like it just transmit by the ball bearing without touching anything. So this way you can see right here, make your system super quiet and not touching anything, not create any resistance, not create any fraction. Okay, right now I'm gonna show you guys how to do this kind of modification. And what you need is a battery box, and you can find on eBay. It's like just like $1 or $2, whatever. And you need a spring dash, and you can use a hyper dash too, doesn't really matter. So just using any kind of like a little bit of power for either a little bit of high speed motor, and two AA battery, doesn't matter what kind of, just make sure you have battery out with it. And like I mentioned earlier, you're gonna modify the pinion gear. So this doesn't matter what kind of pinion gear you have. I know on the market there's like 4 type of pinion gear. I only have 3 type right here, which is a red one, purple one, black one was that's the one with a carbon fiber reinforced. Doesn't really matter. So any kind of my personal was prefer the either red one or purple one, or either the older version, the white pinion gear. And also you need the files, and it's better if you have the one with round, like the one right here I'm holding. Okay, let's get started.